In Akron, these are a look at some of the cars, and I don't think we got these cars yesterday.
No, we didn't get in one of these. I mean, I was wondering how the racers could actually see when they got down in there. We decided to go ahead and try a little bit of a race of our own and just check it out.
Steering is just like anything else. Don't worry about braking. So
Is somebody going to push me?
No.
Oh.
It's down by .260.
Uh-oh. I just broke my helmet.
This is the
You're off to a great start, Tiff.
I know.
This is any indication.
I didn't.
I'll have a lemonade for you at the finish line.
You know, I won because I didn't crash. That's how I won today. I did not crash.
What happened, Will? I want to thank my parents for believing in me, teaching me how to go down hills very quickly.
So I won, but I think you got best dressed.
I did. You know, we have to address the bonnet, right? Natural hair, ladies, you understand. Got to protect that wash and go. Can't mess it up. It's a process. Got to keep it going for the rest of the week. Had to protect the hair.
See, and I don't want to make excuses for you, but I think that's why I won. I was solely focused on what I was doing. I didn't have to worry about that. I was trying to get real low. That was my strategy. I wanted to no wind resistance.
Hey, I feel like I said it. I won. I didn't crash. That was what was most important. I didn't tumble out of that thing. All right.